say action.
Wait.
Please
Have to say
turn on your
action.
phone.
Where are you?
It was almost midnight. Connor O'Malley was trying to sleep and at the same time remembering another disgusting day that he had spent at school. He asked himself over and over again why his classmates treated him so badly and why he couldn't do anything to improve that situation. With effort, Connor finally fell asleep. It was 12:07 when suddenly
Connor! Connor! I want to talk to you. Open up. Connor! Come on, lazy guy. Wake up!
Oh,
Yes.
what's going on? Where am I? Oh, no. You again. What do you want this time? Why don't you leave me alone?
Aren't you afraid of me? I am the most terrifying monster you ever imagined.
Of course I'm not. I'm so brave, so brilliant, so clever, so cute, and so on. And besides, I perfectly know that this is just another dream.
Well, Connor, be honest. We both know you're not all those things.
Okay, maybe you're right. But I insist, this is just another dream.
This is not a dream. This is real, Connor. You have to accept it.
Do you know why I'm totally sure that this is a dream? Okay, let's start. I'm bored at school. I don't have any friend or girlfriend. My grandmother is an intolerable old woman. And finally, my mother is ill. Don't you understand? Ill. I-L-L. Come on. There are only a few reasons why I think that I'm going crazy. And, consequently, this must be a dream at all.
Be quiet. But you're not crazy. I'm real.
Oh, hush, you... Well, what are you?
I am not a what. I am a who.
Come on, who are you then?
Who am I? I am the wild earth come for you, Connor O'Malley.
You look like a tree.
Very funny. I do not come walking, boy, only for matters of life and death. Now take a breath and pay attention. I will tell you 3 stories.
I know. Cinderella, Pinocchio, and Little Red Riding Hood.
No! There. Now sit. And listen carefully. Long ago, this was a kingdom. What? Yes.
What? A kingdom here?
It was a kingdom, small but happy. The king's wife had given birth to 4 strong sons, but unfortunately, the princes fell down in battle, leaving the king with only one heir, his infant grandson.
Wait. This is all sounding like a fairy tale.
Come on, Connor. Could you please trust me? Now, shall I go on?
As you wish, my lord.
Boy and boy, the king's wife succumbed to grief. I must remarry, the king decided, for the good of my prince and of my kingdom, if not for myself. I remarry, he did, to a princess from a neighboring kingdom. She was young and fair, and though perhaps her face was a bit hard, and had done a big job, she seemed to make the king happy. Time passed. The young prince grew until he was nearly a man. But one day, the king grew ill. Rumor began to spread that he was being poisoned by his new wife. And so the king died, with still a year left before his grandson was old enough to take the throne. The queen, his step-grandmother, would handle all affairs of state until the prince was old enough to take over. At first, her reign was a good one. The prince, meanwhile, had fallen in love.
Well, please stop. First of all, I'm terribly lost, pal. And secondly, these kinds of stories always have stupid princes falling in love. I thought it was going to be good.
All right. As I was saying, the prince had fallen in love with a farmer's daughter. She was beautiful and also smart. The kingdom smiled on the match. The queen, however, did not. She began to think that perhaps it was best that the crown remained in the family. Or what could be a better solution than for the prince to actually marry her?
Oh, that's disgusting. She was his grandmother.
Step-grandmother, not related by blood.
Well, that's just wrong. Anything, I don't care. You may continue if you want, of course.
Thank you, dear. The prince also thought marrying the queen was wrong. He said he would die before doing any such thing. And so one night, the prince and the farmer's daughter raced away on horseback, stopping only at dawn to sleep in the shade of a giant yew tree.
You?
Me, of course. But also only part of me. I can take any form of any size, but the yew tree is the shape most comfortable. The prince and the girl slept through the day in the shadows of my branches, and night fell once again. The prince woke, but his beloved did not wake. He shook her, and it was only as she slumped back in the moonlight that she noticed the blood stain in the ground.
How? Blood?
The prince saw a bloodied knife on the grass beside him. Someone had murdered his beloved. "The queen!" cried the prince. "The queen is responsible for this treachery." In the distance, he could hear villagers approaching. If they found him, they would put him to death for the crime.
And the queen will be able to rule unchallenged. I hope the story ends with you ripping her head off.
Let me finish, and you'll see. The prince was in trouble, and the yew tree was his only shelter, and also the only place he could turn for help. So he spoke to the tree.
What did he say?
He said enough to bring me walking. I know injustice when I see it. "The queen has murdered my bride," he shouted. The young prince was so beloved of the people that it took very little for them to see the obvious truth.
Oh, I can perfectly imagine the queen's face when the villagers catch her.
When the queen was found in chambers, the mob seized her and dragged her to the stake right then to burn her alive.
Yeah, excellent. She deserved it.
I insist, the story is not yet finished.
Oh, it's not. But the queen was overthrown.
She was, but not by me.
Oh, you said you made sure she was never seen again.
And so I did. When the villagers lit the flames of the stake to burn her alive, I reached in and saved her.
Oh, come on, you what?
I took her and carried her far enough away so that the villagers would never find her.
But she murdered the farmer's daughter. How could you possibly save a murderer? You really are a monster.
I never said she killed the farmer's daughter.
Oh, I'm totally confused. So, who killed her?
Don't you see it? It's obvious. The prince killed his beloved.
I can't believe it.
Yes, the prince acted out of pantomime. Sometimes people need to lie to themselves most of all.
Oh, you said he asked for your help and that you gave it.
I only said he told me not to make me come walking.
Oh, what did he tell you?
He told me that he had done it for the good of the kingdom. that the new queen was in fact a witch. He needed the fury of the villagers to help him, and for sure, he was sorry to do it. But as his own father had died in defense of the kingdom, the death of the farmer's daughter was certain to overthrow a great evil. When he said that the queen had murdered his bride, he believed in his own way that it was actually true.
Oh, that's a load of crap. He didn't need to kill her. The people were behind him. They would have following him anyway.
The injustice that I saw, the wisdom that I came walking, was for the queen, not for the prince.
Oh, and did he ever get caught? Did they punish him?
He became a much beloved king who ruled happily until the end of his long days.
Oh, so the good prince was a murderer and the evil queen wasn't a witch after all. Who's the good guy here?
There's not always a good guy, Connor. Nor is there always a bad one. Most people are somewhere in between.
Oh, so is that supposed to be the lesson of all this?
Take it as you wish, Connor. I want you to tell me your own story, your own truth.